This is another video over Shuai postures for Chang Tai Chi. If you've watched some of the other videos, then I've made explanations. If not, I'm trying to make a little explanation. Because on YouTube, sometimes you'll see a video and you won't see the rest of them or what have you. So there's a series of these that are an example of a throw. And we're utilizing them in the same way that we would do a Tai Chi posture, whether it be single whip or brush knee. We're doing that the same way with the throws themselves. And why is that of value? If you're doing Chang Tai Chi, it's a great way to practice the throw when you don't have a partner. Helps you with your coordination, your balance, all of the things that you would want to develop when, so that when you do have a partner, either for partner practice or for actually throwing and stuff like that, hopefully it'll help you to smooth out the movements. If you're doing Chang Tai Chi, learning these movements, and you're doing it more for, we'll say, health and wellness. Doing these will help you more with your overall body structure, your balance, your leg strength, your core strength, all of the same things. And as you learn more of the form content and auxiliary, we'll say, modules that go along with Chang Chi, these will make more sense as well. So, and even if you're just somebody that, that does martial arts in general and you're looking for a good way to practice throws, these are good for that as well. So what we're going to do today is it's knee seizing, and there are many ways to practice this movement. What is knee seizing? Knee seizing is where I'm attaching my arm. Some people will use the hand. I don't like to use the hand because it's easy to get a finger potentially broken or dislocated or even tear a tendon in the fingers. So we're going to use the arm like this as we capture the back of the knee. So in this fashion here, this hand is, say, scooping up the back of the knee, and the other hand is going to push and drive away. Now, there's other approaches to this movement, and I'm not talking about incorporating more hand movements, but you can. In other words, instead of me just doing this action, maybe I do something here. I do a set of parries, and then I seize the leg, which nothing wrong with that. You can practice it this way, and really good for we'll say for the coordination. All right, like this, right? So this hand is on the outside of his hand. And then I come to the inside and I wipe his hand away and I catch the back of his knee and I push him over. And just like in Master Chang's Tai Chi, I need to utilize the hip and the legs for this driving power, right? Now, you can, if you're new to this or you want to, you can use a narrow stance or you can use a large stance. I can do the same move here. If you see, I try to bring this hand past me, right? If I did have his knee, I wouldn't want to pull it into me, so it goes across at an angle, and you can push straight ahead, or you can push to the side like this, kind of crossing. Let's see, I'm using more of a narrow stance, but look, I still want to engage the hips and drive with the hip. Drive with the hip. If I want to use a low base and a low stance, I'm down here. The other aspects that I was mentioning. So doing it this way is more an offensive action. It can be used also like in, it works great if you're doing push hands. You're here with a person, and as they're shifting their weight, it's a good way to capture the leg and push them backwards, right? But let's say we look at it more like a leg catch, okay? So like in Sanda, which is combat, we'll say kickboxing sport, that most Chiao practitioners would do as well, or even if you're doing Master Chang's Tai Chi and you're in your 20s and 30s and you wanted to go compete in Sanda, you could definitely do that as well. So we'll think of it like leg catch kicks. We're going to either go this way with the hand, or we're going to go this way, right? Or we're going to go this way. So we'll say in the Sanda, somebody throws a kick, I may try to capture the leg and push them over, or I may scoop the leg up and push them over. Very doable. So even if you're doing some other combat sport, learning knee seizing as an offensive action or as a counterattack action to a kick is a good movement to devote some time to. So what do I mean? In Master Chang's Tai Chi, when we do brush knee, you'll see it like this. The hand is not straight, it's at an angle. So that's for another video. And this hand here, right? If you see, it comes through and it draws up a little bit. Like from the elbow, not from the hand, but I draw the elbow, and it's kind of more of an illusion because my waist is twisting. So if he throws a kick in this fashion, right, I'm going to come underneath and scoop the leg and push. I'm not necessarily trying to capture it. I mean, you could turn it into a scooping hand, but what we're doing is we're going to drive through him, right? So as he swings this kick through, I'm going to move under, and as if I'm lifting up enough on the leg, and I'm going to drive back like this with my hand. So as he's making this arc, I capture just by guiding it, and I push away. Try not to block with the bone. It's not blocking. I want to catch the timing of it. I'm underneath, and I drive it away, right, like this. And again, you can practice this with a narrow stance or with a large stance. I think this way, look here. You just want to coordinate and have everything in together. Be sure you're using the waist. So whenever I load this leg with the weight from here, on the end, I'm going to twist the waist and articulate the waist and the core. Capture or guide and push away. The other way, the hand's going to turn this way. I'm going to scoop something up. So from here, everything's the same, but the hand goes this way. This isn't something where I'm going to catch this leg, right? You go kick and I'm holding his leg. It's not, I don't have time for that. And potentially you'll put his weight in it. This move is an excellent move to combine with other moves like interleg hooking, so I capture the leg and go this way with like lifting, or I capture this way and I go here, right? Interleg hooking. So if you learn this base move, it's a really good way to make the connection. The same thing with doing it this way, right? Knee seizing in this way, you can capture the leg, he goes to resist, you can pull and kick and turn it into something else, right? Or I go here and maybe I pull this way and I turn and I'm going out this way. So there's a lot of ways that you can use this movement, either as a single action, potentially to take the guy down, or if he goes to resist in certain ways, combining it together with another throw, or even with another Tai Chi movement, and put the guy on the ground. So this scooping action, right? Nothing has changed, right? Instead of my arm being this way or this way, it's up. But everything else is the same. And again, whether I use a larger stance, even this big, right? Or if I use a narrow stance. Most of the time in the kickboxing, especially with the Sanda, you may go from a narrow stance when you're striking and kicking to a large frame, right? When you execute a throw, you need that longer and more stable base, or need that base to provide enough force and to execute the movement. So we look at it again. So knee seizing on its own here. And again, we can make complex hand moves. It's not necessary. I just want my body to move through the mechanics of the movement. I want everything to connect together, have my force applying through my body and out through my hand so I can make this happen, right? Same thing, scooping something up. If I was just going to use it to dump the guy, I would thrust this hand out like this, right? So I'm not going to not do anything with it. I'm not going to just hold the leg and try to push with this hand, but I would combine these together. And then if I do it like you see in Master Chang's Tai Chi, when he does brush knee twist up, which to me, brush knee twist up is primarily knee seizing. You can think of it in other ways too, like cut. If you look through some of the videos, you see cut, it makes sense. But so here, and purely again, the kick is coming, I'm guiding it to the side as I come through and I push. And this will work with, you can do it with a side kick or a front kick. All right, he's throwing the side kick and I guide the leg to the side, right? I'm not trying to meet the force of it. Or he throws in the straight kick and the hand goes underneath, come in here and push him away. You can do it against a round kick, right? But when I do it against the round kick, I really want to be careful of my arm, right? And I'm probably going to have to turn my body much more inside of the circle that he's creating, right? He's creating this circle as he's moving at me. So I'm going to have to move inside of that circle to dissolve the circle, we'll say. If I do it as a scoop, right, this way, again, he throws that front kick, which is a hard kick to counter, to capture, we'll say. But I can scoop it up and cross him, right? He's throwing the kick, I kind of cross him like this, and then push him off his base. Right? Here. If I'm doing it offensively, I'm capturing it this way, like what we can traditionally consider as knee seizing. His legs are on the ground. Now you could, if you think about it, the difference is I'm taking it from here versus he throws the kick and I'm capturing it when it's in the air, right? Or I'm deflecting it as it's in the air. So if you practice these pieces, whether you're doing Shuai Chiao or Chang Tai Chi or you're doing something else, they're very practical movements, meaning you get some real benefit out of them. And if you practice them with a partner, even more so. If you're doing it, you're coming to Chang Tai Chi and you're predominantly doing it for health and wellness and you're 50 plus, okay? Still, just the movement itself, how much it engages the hips, strengthens the hip flexors, the buttocks, the lower legs, the core muscles. Excellent for that kind of stuff. And if you're doing Shuai Chiao and you also participate in Sanda, or you just want to use it for practical street application with your Shuai Chiao, great moves. If you do something else, another form of kickboxing or mixed martial arts or something, the movement is a great takedown. And if you work it right, again, you can attack his leg when he's trying to strike, or if as he's throwing kicks at you, right? You can try to capture and drive him over. It's a great move, and I think a high percentage move. So anyway, I hope you liked the video, and there's, like I said, there should be 2 or 3 dozen of these, and then I'm going to do some combination ones, right? forward kicking and neck surrounding leg lifting. You know, to practice the moves, you'll get better at your balance, your coordination, and then you try it with a partner. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. Thank you.